Elias Hanna, who joins us live from Beirut. He's a retired Lebanese Army general and a military analyst. Really good to have you back with us, General. That warning from C.Q. Brown, the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff in the United States, it's quite an interesting one, isn't it? Because he basically said that it wouldn't be able to fully defend Israel in the event that an all-out war breaks out between Hezbollah and Tel Aviv. What's your view in that? Do you think it's more of a warning to Israel not to escalate this conflict even further?
Oscar, I mean, the level of this declaration is from the Joint Chief of Staff. He is the advisor of the national security in the United States of America, and sometimes he is invited to really opine on many things. So he is the highest military, he is close to the president. It's from the military dimension that is really a warning for Israel. And we have to keep in mind that the United States of America has in the region more than 30 to 40,000 people, army, and they have the biggest, the Fifth Fleet naval base in Bahrain. So maybe the safety of the forces is at stake. Moreover, I mean, you cannot really repeat what happened on 13th of April, the true promise of Iran. And the United States of America does not really want to really fight on many theaters. I mean, they are fighting in Europe and they are fighting now in the Middle East, and they don't want to go. I mean, in the worst case scenario, what would happen if something comes up in the Taiwan front? So this is an early warning. Doesn't matter, Oscar, if the Northern Command and the Operation Bureau and the Israeli army agreed on some military plan. It's about the means.
Yes, and it comes soon after Netanyahu, in a recent television interview, said that the offensive in Gaza could be drawing down at least in sometime in the near future. But he also said the military's focus could then turn to the border with Lebanon. Do you believe there is a genuine intent from Netanyahu and others in his war cabinet to actually begin an all-out war with Lebanon?
They would like to do it, Oscar, but they don't have the means and they don't have the legitimacy and they don't have the backing of the United States of America. Going in Gaza for the third phase of the war, it doesn't mean that the war is really concluded and, a political agreement has been done and the release of the hostages and, the perpetual and permanent ceasefire. So the war would go into what we call the low-intensity conflict. So now if you want to withdraw these forces from Gaza, you have to go into the rest and refit R&R. So they need time. They need to really update their, their equipment and to rest, and then send them to the north. And you have to prepare the theater of operation in the north, moreover. So we have to keep in mind now the Hupu or the Hudhud, the drone of Hezbollah when flew over Haifa, and the first day and the second video was about in the middle of Israel, in the heart of Israel. So telling Israel that if you want to really wage a war, we have a bank of target that is really rich and the high value target, and we have the means to do it. So it's about, like creating a new formula or equation of deterrence.
Yes, and another warning from the US Joint Chief of Staff was that should Israel wage a war with Hezbollah, Iran would likely be drawn into that conflict. Is that your view as well? Is that a foregone conclusion that were Israel to start a war with Hezbollah, that Tehran would also get involved?
I mean, Tehran warned Israel, if you really want to attack Hezbollah, we will go and defend Hezbollah within the formula or the grander plan in the region, the new unity of the arenas. So maybe, but I mean, in war, sometimes you do like miscalculation. Iran would come and help directly or indirectly Hezbollah. But what political goals for Netanyahu to achieve in Lebanon? How long it takes to achieve its goals? I mean, 9 months, and really so far zero achievement except destruction and killing the people and the children. Yes, but this is the worry of the United States of America, not to going into full-fledged war all over the region.
Okay, General Elias, Hanna, we'll have to leave it there. Thanks so much as always for joining us on the program.